Marvel's new Premiere Collection has been out for a good while, and I bought a few to enjoy them. It is affordable, small, and convenient. In this video, I am reviewing their size and changes made from their original size counterparts. Let's get into it. You've got your original size comic, and then you've got the Marvel Premiere. It is smaller, but it is slightly bigger than DC Compact, and DC Compact itself is slightly bigger than a standard manga. Now, here's the interesting part. These books are actually much thicker than the original size comics. Take Civil War for example. Side by side, the Marvel Premiere is noticeably thicker. That doesn't mean you're getting more story, but what you do get is more content before and after the story. There's an introduction by the writers, page drafts, extra artwork, and even portions of the script from the draft phase. For comparison, my copy of Civil War was lacking in those bonus pages. The Marvel Premiere edition, however, includes what my original size copy lacks, the bonus pages. As for Daredevil Born Again, my original size copy already has those page drafts, the script, and bonus art. The Marvel Premiere actually goes above and beyond. Not only do you get the alternative artwork, but this edition also includes a foreword by Charlie Cox and Frank Miller, which is really cool. There are subtle differences, however, that I should mention. In Civil War, the pages in between issues are different, but not a deal breaker. But it does show how the book isn't just a one-to-one copy. As for Daredevil, page orientation is different. Look at the pages as you see now. The first page is on the right in the original size comic, whereas the first page is on the left for the Marvel Premiere. It threw me off, but I wanted to include that in case anyone gets confused. Marvel Premiere follows a similar approach to paper. They use newsprint instead of the high-quality glossy paper. My original size comic uses glossy paper, where the artwork looks beautiful, crisp, and clear. By comparison, Marvel Premiere uses a newsprint style paper. There is nothing wrong with that because the intent is to keep costs down. The newsprint still looks great, but you should know it makes the artwork look a little different. The paper material has a texture visible to the naked eye. The camera does not really capture what I'm trying to convey, but hopefully this comparison will be enough to showcase what I'm talking about. The cover material is a matte finish and has a soft texture you can feel when you rub your fingers across it. It is a soft velvety feel, but because it uses this material, it could have friction with other books like it. I need to be careful whenever I put it back into the bookshelf because the cover will get stuck behind. It is also kind of hard to take it out. My solution to this was to not have all my books pushed up against each other, and instead give them some breathing room and space them apart. The art and coloring are pretty much what you would expect, but in some areas, the coloring does take a small hit. It's not exactly a good thing, but it's not a bad thing either. It's all done to keep costs down. It is unnoticeable, and you won't only catch it if you compare it side by side. In both books, artwork tends to look darker at various points. Civil War is much more obvious when compared because of its coloring style, although it doesn't always happen, but the coloring does get darkened. There are a handful of examples where the artwork has this issue. I had to go out of my way to find these, mind you, because not all pages have this problem. Daredevil Born Again has it too, but to a much lesser extent. It was harder to find because of the coloring style back then. I did find this example where the pink speech bubbles were darker. It is still readable, but the contrast is obvious. There was also the blue clothing and shoe appearing a little darker too. Lastly, a character or object may appear blurry. This panel with the phone looks blurry in comparison. The names are not as clear as opposed to the original size. There's also this fine character which appears blurry too. It's hard to catch this specific blemish on camera because of its autofocus. It has to be seen with the naked eye to fully understand that these blemishes do exist. But for the most part, the main difference you'll see is that the overall color scheme tends to be slightly darker compared to the original size. I want to say that these are deal breakers because of how sporadic it is, but it is worth mentioning. Typically speaking, Marvel Premiere saves you money while giving you more bang for your buck. You're spending less, and in many cases, you are actually getting more. Civil War goes for roughly around $17 on Amazon brand new. The Marvel Premiere goes for $14.99 MSRP or cheaper if you know where to look. And remember, you're not just getting the story, you're also getting additional pages, extras, and bonus content that the original size editions won't always include. Daredevil Born Again is different as my specific copy is out of print, but the newer reprint on Amazon sells for $30. Compare that to the Marvel Premiere Edition, which is $14.99 MSRP or cheaper if you know where to look. While not out yet, Planet Hulk is getting a new Marvel Premiere release at $14.99 MSRP. The original size goes for $34.99 MSRP or cheaper on Amazon. By now, you should get the idea. Marvel Premiere may not have the low price as compared to DC Compact, it still hits that sweet spot of being affordable and getting your money's worth. My collection is rather small when compared to DC Compact, which is where I should add on. Given that there is a small selection of books to choose from, more books are slowly getting added to the already limited lineup. Considering the trade-offs to make these books affordable, I do see myself buying more in the future. Other than that, I don't have anything else to add, so thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.